Anuja, what do you think? I mean, in the back of this Tanishq ad withdrawal, first of all, do you think that the ad should have been made in the first place? I would guess your answer would be yes. Should it have been withdrawn in the face of protests? I want to know from you. And secondly, now that it has been withdrawn, post-withdrawal, people landing up at stores, asking for apologies to be pasted on the door of those stores, and all of this being considered acceptable. Do you think that we are normalizing bigotry? Anuja Chauhan.
Yes, 100% you're normalizing bigotry. The ad should never have been withdrawn. It's completely shameful that an advertiser is being pressurized, and like you say, this kind of thing is being normalized. It's definitely not correct. It's unconstitutional. It's illegal, and highly demoralizing to anyone who believes in the idea of India. From a marketer's hat on, I still think that Tanishq has essentially achieved a lot of what they were hoping to achieve. They've been seen as a brand that stands for inclusivity and for love and for women power and for all the secular values that India stands for. I don't think that this has backfired on them in any way. I think a lot of people will be buying their jewelry, and a lot of people will be talking about the brand. So from the brand's point of view per se, I think it's quite successful from a marketing point of view. So Tanishq has succeeded, but India has failed. That's what I think.
Oh, interesting comment. Rahul Ishwar, do you want to come in? Rahul and then Dilip Cherry.
Let me address the elephant in the room. A preliminary reading of 1 hour of social media will get us understand the real problem. And let me paraphrase Mahatma Gandhi in this context. You think hatred and bigotry is the enemy. No, fear is the enemy. There is a false fear among Hindu forward caste communities regarding a false fear of population replacement. This is the reason why Giriraj Singh says there should be mass sterilization. This is the reason why somebody says 1947 our Muslim brothers and sisters should have been sent back. This is the reason why somebody glorifies Godse who killed Gandhiji for living up to Hindu-Muslim unity. Why don't we speak to real issues that real concerns mass psychology and go about a very intellectual academic circle of talking elite concepts? The reality is there is a Hindu-Muslim clash, and hardliners of both community, especially the forward caste community, want to peddle it and create a narrative. See, unless we discuss this and solve this, this is a false fear. I'm being a Hindu right-winger. I am with all the Hindu right-wing causes. I have gone jail for this. But this is the false fear we need to address. And who has to address it? Saget people like you and me, especially forward caste Hindu community, or people among us
I'm not going to bring in caste in here.
This is the reality, sir. We are masking ourselves. We are masking ourselves. The left wing is masking themselves as casteless humanists. The right wing is masking themselves as casteless nationalists. The reality is it is our problem and we fail to address it. And we think just by saying the word humanism or nationalism, the problem will get automatically solved.
You do make a compelling point, but I don't think people will stand in agreement. I'll come back to Anuja Chauhan in just a bit, but Dilip Cherry, please go ahead.
You know, what people are not realizing is that this whole issue of what's going on social media is not actually in the hands of the new masses who have been unleashed onto the internet and therefore have found a voice. Please understand that there are companies, corporates who are actually controlling all of this. Similarly to what's happening here, there is a movement in America just now during the elections where there is a section of people who want to sell the idea that the opponents to Trump are part of a satanic cult. So now Facebook and YouTube and Twitter have had to tune that down. Those voices are being silenced. I'm not asking for the silencing of any voice. All I'm saying is that the Tanishq ad showed up a fault line which is based on fear and hatred. And
has always existed. Would you agree?
And there I agree with Rahul Ishwaran that has existed, it is getting exacerbated, etc., etc.
Okay.
But the political support that trolls get is the same kind of support that the mad mullahs get. So you have the trolls of a particular kind doing one kind of thing, and you have absolutely insane mullahs who will come out and attacking from the other side. I think what is happening in society today is that we are losing the levers of tuning out these extreme positions.